Final chance to sway the jury closing arguments in the trial of Joshua Komisarjevsky. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Keith Coombs. Those closing arguments are now underway in the second Cheshire home invasion trial. If convicted, Joshua Komisarjevsky could face the death penalty. News 8's Ken Pierce live outside of the courthouse in New Haven with more on what's happening right now. Ken?
Keith, right now the defense has just begun its closing arguments. That means the prosecution already had its about an hour or so for closing arguments this morning, but they didn't start right away when court opened. Joshua Komisarjevsky arrived in his usual motorcade from prison right on time. The closing arguments didn't start right when court began at 10 o'clock. Once the Pettit family and all the other players arrived, there were some motions by the defense. Komisarjevsky's lawyers say the other guy in the Cheshire home invasion, Stephen Hayes, wrote a series of letters to a woman in North Carolina claiming that he had killed 17 other people in the Northeast and raped many more. Komisarjevsky's lawyer asked to delay the trial because of this new evidence, but Judge John Blue denied the motion. Then the prosecution began closing arguments, pointing out the home invasion robbery seemed to be Komisarjevsky's idea. He's the one who broke in and beat Dr. Pettit with a bat. In fact, the lawyer held up the bat in the courtroom, waved it around. The defense points to Stephen Hayes as the one who strangled Jennifer Hawk Pettit and lit the fire that killed her two daughters, but prosecutors went through the timeline to show all of the opportunities Komisarjevsky had to let the girls go instead of letting them die in that fire. Now, the defense just a few minutes ago began its portion of the closing arguments by saying, as they have all along, that Komisarjevsky never meant for anybody to die in this home invasion. That's what they've got to try to convince this jury. They've got up to 90 minutes to give their closing arguments. Then the prosecution gets another 30 to rebut. Then Judge John Blue will give his instructions to the jury, and then either late this afternoon or tomorrow morning, the jury will begin its deliberations. Live in New Haven, I'm Kent Pierce, News 8.